Join us every Sunday for an episode of the Digital Business Forum
at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT.
This forum will feature successful, experienced digital business owners with inspiring information to help you make that informed decision about starting your own digital business. By starting your own online business, you will have more free time to take control of your life, create generational wealth, retire early, and make money from anywhere in the world with just your laptop, phone, and internet. If this resonates with you, don't miss this Sunday. Digital Business Forum. Be informed, be inspired.
All right. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching us. If it is your first time to see me or to watch our Digital Business Forum, this is Dorothy Nakalema and my panelists. They're going to introduce themselves shortly. Plus our guest for today, Tram. Thank you so much for coming and you're welcome. Originally from Vietnam, currently in the United States. So that's actually, I'm a mom, a proud digital business coach. So let us start with David to introduce yourself before we proceed.
Thank you very much, Dorothy. Good evening. Oh, I'll start. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon from wherever you're watching us. Welcome to yet another episode of the Digital Business Forum, where we inform you and inspire you to start your own digital or online business. My name is David. I'm a senior advisor in cybersecurity here in California, Northern California, and also a digital business entrepreneur. We are proud and glad to host you tonight, Tram Nguyen. Yeah, very exciting. I think you're our second guest from Nam, Vietnam. Yeah, very exciting. We're so excited to hear what you have to share with us. You know, we have all ears ready in the audience. You know, so you're welcome. Today, Dorothy is joining us again. It's been a couple of days. A couple of people have been asking, "Where is Dorothy?" Dorothy, good to see you again. We hope you've handled the emergencies that you have been going through. You've been on our hearts, but good to see you too.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Dorothy, the mic is back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, David. So let's go to the namesake, Dorothy M.
Well, thank you so much for the welcome, and thank you for our guests, showing up. It's such a honor to have you, Tram, in our forum today. We are so grateful that you spared your time to be with us and to share your journey with us. We are so grateful. And please come back again. It shouldn't be your last time. It shouldn't be your first time. It should be just like your first time and continuous times. Okay. Otherwise, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm Dorothy. I work in healthcare, and also I'm a proud digital business owner. And all I can say is that this business has been a transforming business for so many people who have decided to go online and change their lives. And therefore, we are happy to come back here to share the same story. So if you haven't joined us, you can join us today. Thank you so much, Dorothy.
All right. Thank you so much, Dorothy. Now it's time for our guest to introduce herself before we proceed.
Hi guys, thank you so much for all the love and the introduction. And hi everyone who watching this video right now or will watch the replay later. A little bit about me. My name is Tram Nguyen, and I'm originally from Vietnam. Currently, I live in Michigan with a family of 5, my 3 kids, and my husband and myself. So I've been working as a medical laboratory scientist for the past 5 years. Graduated from Michigan State University in the U.S. And you know what? Like after graduate, I think everything would be a dream, But working for a while, and I feel like corporate work is not for me. Even though I love the job I'm doing, I just don't like the politic or any people. Like I don't like people control my schedule, and also the income is, it doesn't help me to travel wherever I want or whenever I want. So that's the reason I wanted to make more money. So I've been doing a lot of side hustle beside of my full-time job, and with that I left my home all the time, and left the kids all the time. So at one point in life I was like, if I keep doing this, this is not a life that I want or I dream of. So that's where the turning point, where I look into work online so that I can fulfill um, the financial aspect, but also being a mom, like a present mom for my kids. So that's a little bit about me and the what made me become a business owner. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Mm.
Okay, thank you so much for that introduction. Good enough. You talked about your, medical laboratory background. So actually, I think we're gonna go to our, like, Debbie. Do you want to take over or Dorothy?
I can share a little bit more about the background if you like yeah.
Okay, all right. So do you want to
Yeah.
share, like, tell us a little bit about your background as a medical laboratory, scientist?
Yeah. So I graduated in 2019. It took me a long time to graduate school because I was international student, and I had to go through a lot of like ESL class, and then I was pregnant before I graduated. So literally I have school and family at the same time. So after graduated, I worked for a hospital, and the pandemic hit, like COVID-19, and our lab is one of the earliest, like one of the first lab that run COVID tests, and we've been through a lot of up and down in that past like 2.5 year. Um, but after the pandemic, what teach me is that um, the lab that I currently work in, they hire a bunch of people during the pandemic. But at one time, after vacation, when I come back, and then they lay off like half of them, and I am the last person that they keep based on the seniority. So
Right.
sitting in that meeting, it teach me a lesson that I think my current job is stable, but it actually not. There's still someone can make the decision either if I can keep my job, keep my income or not. You know what I mean? So, and I can be the next one to be let go anytime. So, at that turning point, I was like, okay, I need a backup. I need a backup plan. I can't just do this as a main income because I don't want to sit here again next time and I'm the one who cry, because I see a lot of my coworker crying, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is bad." So, yeah. So but seriously, right now, when my business work very well, and sometimes I make even more than my main job, but I still keep this job because I love it. I love the work I do, and I know I can help patient. I can help get the result fast and safe for my patient, and I know I can contribute to their life. So that's, I think, what keep me staying in this job. But yeah, and like as I share on my page, as long I see patient and my heart still beating, like I feel them, I know their pain, I know what they're going through, and that's still gonna keep me in healthcare. So yeah, that's a little bit about my job, my professional job.
Oh, wow, that's so
Okay.
nice. And
Yeah.
thank you so much actually for sharing. I completely resonate with you when it comes to most of the healthy care workers. The like the most, should I call it, happening, seeing somebody, they brought him dying or her dying, and this person is getting out of hospital while jumping. You're like, yes, I've saved someone. So All right, thank you so much for sharing. And then David, Dorothy, do you have something to add on that?
Well, yeah. Oops. Yes, Dorothy. Thank you very much. Wow, Tram. Very interesting things. You pointed out. It looks like in life, when you think about it, for as long as you're doing, 8 to 5, or you're working somewhere, you're working a job, nobody's indispensable. You know what I mean? Everybody can go.
Yeah.
Because if you tell me that out of a team of I don't know how many, you know, they had to let everybody go,
Hmm.
if that doesn't wake you in a way to start looking at things differently and try a different route, I don't know what surely would. I worked in corporate between 2020 and I think 2023. I got blessed on one of those projects we were doing for AT&T. It threw us in Detroit City, in Michigan.
Oh.
Beautiful place. I enjoyed it. But we came in towards, I think it was in the winter, so it was really cold, you know. But the experience was wonderful. I loved the city. So when you mentioned Michigan, I was imagining you working Michigan and what it might have been, seeing all these people laid off. I imagine
Mhm.
how terrible that could have been. You being a mother through college, you mentioned that you were still doing school, and at the same time you had started a family. You know,
Mhm.
I know that to be a bit challenging if you have to juggle between work, and then you start a family. But again, the interesting bit is that you seeing, from the experience of the pandemic, you going through that and knowing that you are indispensable. I mean, you are dispensable as a person. They can let you go as well.
Mhm.
You gathered the courage to start an online business, okay, to go out into business, to kind of have that control of things, to have an element of control in how you earn and how you spend that work time. Can you tell us a bit about you know that juggle, how you are able to manage between work, business, and starting up an online business, work, a family, and that digital, um, you know, uh, that digital entrepreneurship.
Yeah. So actually, I tell people that if it wasn't this business, I don't think I can do what I'm doing right now, because it's give me the flexible that I need, because without this business, I don't think I can do any other thing. So I literally build this business during break time at work, or when I do laundry. I listen to training, or when I waiting for my kids at swimming class or soccer. So literally it's on the go all the time. And due to the training, how we pack up the training, and the flexibility, the freedom to choose your work time. So it's really make a difference. And it's really helped me to, like I normally say this, with other job, it's not hard to make money in America. Like really, I can go do nail for a couple hour and I still make money, or I can do work at a restaurant on top of my job to make money, and it's quick money. But with those business or side hustle, my family is not the center. Those job is the center, and I have to fill my family in. But with this business, my family, I put it at the middle, in the center, and everything else is around it. And so it's very, very easy for me to kind of fit everything in between, so that I can still have to be a good mom and to be able to run a success business. And yeah, so at first I struggle a little bit, because we have to learn the training, and we have to um, um, answer the customer, and we have to do content. But once I learned about being efficient and manage my time good, I think it's very easy. It's not overwhelming at all. And yeah, and it's really come back to this business because of the flexibility it's give me. Otherwise, I don't think I can do it at all with any other model. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. What do I learn from this? People out there watching us, you just heard it from Tram. Being able to do this, you know, um, being able to juggle between work, family, and doing this digital business, we always say that you can always find time for it because it's, like you say, work on the go. It doesn't limit you from when you can do or operate this business. You know, she mentioned while she's doing or taking her kids for soccer and they're doing what they do best, she can answer some calls, focus on her business, you know, have a bit of time to put into that business. I mean, it's every time you get to yourself, you can put it to some good use, you know. Every moment you can find besides what you're doing on the side, say you're cooking, you can also be listening to something here or talking to some people on the side, and that's how you do it. I mean, that's what I'm hearing, that you are able to juggle because of the flexibility it gives you to talk to people and to run the business without being under any kind of pressure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a wonderful thing. Thank you very much for answering that for me. Back to you, Dorothy.
All right. Thank you so much for that. A lot of people they always say, "Oh, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy," but it's good enough. It is self-explanatory. I'm not gonna repeat anything
Yeah.
of what our guest submitted, unless Dorothy, do you have something additional on that?
Just one thing. All I know is that just like Trump has said, you can find time. The best thing with this business is that you don't have to stop what you're doing. All right. So you can tag along this business, tag along your work, tag along as a mom, anything. It's a super easy online business. Do it completely online, and so it's doable. So there's no reason why you shouldn't try it, because you have seen Trump has been very busy, school, work, baby, whatever, so many things. And on top of that, she was able to start an online business and be successful in it. So there's no reason to be scared that I'm busy, I'm this, and that. No. If these people who are professional are able to do it, you can be able to do it as well.
Yep.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. So, Dorothy, you're going for the next question. It's crawling out down there.
Okay, so Tom, let me ask you a question too. So, what were some of the biggest challenges that you faced when starting your business, and how did you, find solution for those challenges, or how
Yeah.
did you overcome the challenges?
Thank you so much. So, like I said that because I am a healthcare worker and go through the pandemic, and if you guys recall, during that time they call us hero. Like people call us hero, and like for a long time I didn't have to bring lunch to work because people would buy us lunch, and we received like gift and card from everywhere around the area because they appreciate what we do as a healthcare worker during that time. And then when I doing this business and when I run my first ad, I get people yelling at me for being a scammer, or negative comment on my posts and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I getting into? Like, what am I doing here? That's the biggest challenge. And for someone that, my view is just like this at a time, and all I can see is I am being a hero. And
Right.
yeah, but but then I actually stopped my business for like a couple of weeks to rethink about this because yeah, and I was like, wait, so I have to really sit down and write out, okay, what this business about and what value that it brings to me and my family, and then what I can help other people. And what we really do is like, it's not like people said, at the time I was so new and I was like, oh my God, I don't know. But now, like after I really sit down and analyze everything, I was like, no, this is a legal business, and we have value to give to our customer, our client. So after I sit down, I analyze everything, and I know that we are very, very have a good community to support, and we do what we do is really with dignity and integrity. And I was like, that's I just think that people would they just like me. They have every of us just have like a little lens through our eye,
Yes.
and that's how they see the world. Or maybe they've been scammed before and now they just see everything is the scam. So that's the biggest turning for me, after I realized that, first of all, not everyone will be nice to you. Secondly, as long as you know what value you bring to the table, you don't care what people say. And then third is, to get what you want, or to get what you never have, you have to do things that you never done. So,
Right.
after that challenge, um after being through that challenge, it teach me a lot, and I'm a lot stronger now. And really, like, if you know what you do, and you know what value you bring to the table, you would be proud to be a business owner. So yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
Very
wow.
interesting.
Dorothy, I
Uh,
think.
y- yes, you. I want to quote you on something you say, that to get what you want, you have to do something you've never done. Do something
Exactly.
different. Think different. In technology, I see one of the taglines for a very popular brand, HP. I think it's HP
Oh,
that, no, I think HP says invent, but there's somebody that says think different. I wonder who that is. Um,
um,
I think, is it Apple? One of those brands says
I
think different.
yeah, I
Now
think I remember.
I see it a lot now. I've confused the two or the three of which brand that is. But when it says think different,
Let me.
you
It's
know,
Apple.
Apple,
Yeah,
right there you go. Apple says think
from Steve Jobs. Yeah.
think different from Steve Jobs. Yeah, it says think
Mhm.
different. Yeah. So you see, whenever we go on these global, on these digital platforms, we're looking for opportunities. There are opportunities that look the same, by the way, with
Yeah.
a little twist, but they look the same. And a lot have an element of multi-leveled marketing, MLM. And so, because of the prior experience that a lot of people had where they were
Mhm.
scammed, when they hear something that has anything to do with um, you know helping people out or bringing people on board and anything like that, they think, if it quacks like a duck, moves like a duck, it's a duck. You know what I mean? It's a duck, definitely. So they're not gonna think different. They are just gonna take it literally. This is a duck. So that's why I believe when they saw you come up like this from medical or health, and then they're seeing you doing this, what is going on here? Tram is scamming us, and I can understand. I mean, you being from that kind of environment, you're working an 8 to 5 job, or you're working, in healthcare. Then you come out here, you're doing a business, and somebody calls you a scammer, while a lot of people have been calling you a hero. It shakes your the very foundation and the ground you're standing on. I can get the feeling, and in fact, indeed, you're a strong woman when you say you managed to come out of it. You took a back step, thought about it clearly, and said, "Are we really adding value? What am I doing?" That evaluation and focus on your why.
Yeah.
Why am I doing this? Am I doing the right thing? If
Mhm.
I'm a hero here and I'm a villain here, is this what I'm choosing to do? So I can really imagine how tough that is. It might sound light on the surface when you hear it. But trust me, psychologically, what you go through and what you have to process on whether
Yeah.
you're doing the right thing, it's something you can easily drop. So that was quite a challenge. And thanks
Yeah.
for sharing. I haven't heard of anybody that has shared that bit of the story. But yes, it's one of those things that you'll find people say scammer or liar
Yeah.
or, you know, and then you say, okay, tell me of one business that hasn't had a negative comment. Just give me just one business. Let it be that hospital or, you know, wherever you're working. And I'm addressing you guys here. Wherever you're working, tell me where you've gone and they've never thrown a stone at what you do. You know, even when you're doing the best, you'll have, family of your patients saying something nasty about what you do. You guys here are in the business of killing people. And you're like, really? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, wow. Thank you for sharing. And I
Yeah.
think,
You know what? There's one point I want to point out too, and it broke my heart because, I think it's just the nature of human. There will be this and that.
yes.
So, if you guys, I don't know, what religion are you guys on, but I'm Catholic, and the past week we know the death of Pope Francis, right? And Pope Francis, he's the Pope.
Right.
And after the news posted on that announced that he hit that, there's still negative comment under there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
It broke my heart when I read that, but it teach me a lesson too. That just like David said, like you can't find 100% positive in anything, any aspect of life. Even so yeah, it teach me something about humanity, about it's just the nature of human, that there will be different point of view as always. So yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, thank you so much. So, Dave, Dorothy, are you saying something?
Yeah, I'm saying thank you so much for especially sharing that part because many people, negativity spreads faster than
Yeah.
anything positive. So
Mhm.
when somebody says something about scammer, everybody will jump in and just add and to add. It's like it goes like fire. Okay. So and then it kind of puts you down. And most of the times, the big companies, before they became what they are, most people did not believe in them. All right. People did not see what you see. All right. And therefore they can think you can think they are right. Sometimes you may think in yourself they are right, but they are not. But when you took that chance to keep going, well, it's good to have a chance. Sometimes it just kind of wears you off, but it's good that you came out of it and you kept going. Very
Yeah.
important. And that's human being. It's human nature to feel down when somebody is talking about something negative about you. But also it takes a lot of courage, a lot of determination to really get out of that and keep going. Oh my God, it's so amazing. Thank you so much, Tram, for coming today. Thank you for answering my question to a T, to the best that you can. So thank you so much. Yes.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Dorothy, for that question. Actually, it goes out there. I always tell people that walk out from anybody or anything that gives you bad vibes, because at the end of the day, trust me, this is your life, right? You have to create that, space for freedom, for happiness. If you don't create it, nobody's gonna create it. So at the end of the day, any negativity, you better walk out of it because this is your life, this is your future. You have to run, the way our guest submitted that she went a little bit back and then she focused on her why. But why did I invest into even this business? What I was looking for words. I was looking for time, right? Having, time with my family, my kids, and everything. And like, okay, my 9 to 5, it doesn't provide this, right? And this is what it's gonna provide. As long as it's a legit business, she was in for it, and that's why we have her today. Thank you so much.
So,
Uh, all right. So, of all that, what a mindset? What was the mindset shifted you from let me say shifts were necessary for you to succeed in this journey? What mindset? What was that mindset for you to shift from where you are for today's like for today's journey in your digital business?
yep. So, you know what, like, the reason people call us scammer, even after they pay the 149, because they don't believe about the income that we gonna get, because they think it's like unbelievable, and that's the reason why they think we are the scammer, because we say something is not true, not right, you know. And that's the mindset for me too. When I first started this business, when I joined our community, I was like, is this real? Like, you know, because as a healthcare worker, what we make, um maybe the person that make the most is the doctor or the surgeon. And um, maybe I give them 10,000 a month. Maybe that's the max, you know, for Michigan, for where I work, and that's the max. And I see a lot more than that sometimes for other people, and I was like, "This is this real? Is this even real?" You know. So, saying that story, um, to get to the point that I was like, okay, um, I was too little. I think too little, and I was surrounded by just that's it, and I think that's all we can make in a month. You know, so this business really opened my eye to a different world, to a entrepreneur world, and for a long time, I think, okay, to be able to free yourself and retire early, or you have to be like born millionaire, or you have to receive like a big fund from life insurance or something. And no, it literally from everyday people, this business show me that everyday people who are just like me, or somebody even started um from a high school diploma, or somebody not even graduate high school, they still make up a really good business. And I was like, okay, so this is opened my eye, and it gave me the courage to go after what I really really want in life, which is retire early and have a bunch of money so that I can support my family at home and be with my kids. So, and it's doable because I see people just like me, they made it. And it's give me the mindset shift that I am can do the same too. So yeah, I think that's the biggest eye opening for me when I joined the community, and I think that's the biggest one of the biggest blessing for me too.
Wow.
Thank
Wow,
you.
that's
Thank you, Tram. Yes, you mentioned that you don't have to be an expert at anything to be able to do
Mhm.
this business, because with the training that comes with it, you can always make something of yourself.
Yep.
It's true that people that don't speak the best of English, because we worry that we don't have that fluent English to talk to people, or even help them through the process to, to achieve the objectives. But you don't have to. You don't have to have the perfect English out there. You don't have to have a college degree,
Yep.
in anything. Okay. For as long as you're coachable
Hmm.
and you're trainable, they made it so easy that all you need is the willingness and the ability to accept training. If you're
Hmm.
coachable and you're trainable, that's it. And your willingness to go and do business. And when you see people that don't have much but are succeeding, you kind of look into your inventory and you see yourself as better placed, because you're already in healthcare. It means you've been schooled in the arts of medicine or whatever it is that you do. or the sciences. And then here you are, you see somebody that doesn't have that as much qualification or is not as privileged as you are, but they're making hay. And then, that puts you into this mode of saying, you know what, I think I can actually do better.
Yeah.
And then you come in with that kind of mindset. It's a shift, a paradigm shift, and it's key and it's important. Thank you for sharing that. But back to you.
Wow. Thank you so much, our guest and David, for that addition. Actually, to me, I always tell people sometimes you just need information for you to be successful because information is power. And when you look at it, why do you think people were like have PhD? You're going to find all the people who are hiring them, paying them, they don't even have masters, right?
Yeah.
So it's all about information and your why and your goals, your financial goals. It's very important. That's why a lot of people shift from their professions and they become entrepreneur. They are open to every opportunity comes across their way. So, and ladies, Dorothy, do you want to ask the second last one?
All right. I can't see it for some reason.
Sure. It's scrolling down.
Okay. All right, So hopefully, I think that should be the last one. I think we took 30 minutes already, right? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
All right. So Tram, hopefully this is your last one. I don't know. I can't see it now. It's gone.
Okay, David,
You can go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and read it for her.
Okay. It says, what advice would you give to other busy professionals or moms considering starting a digital business?
So I really don't I just want to give you a little experience of myself, and I just like someone one step ahead. So I did the business, and it's really like at first when you started this business you have to have a little time for it, okay? Because I know a lot of people mistaken that, okay, when you do this business you will have more time, but not right now. When you still keep your main job and this business, you will have a little more time taken out of your bank. However, for example, like myself, I focused 2 year. I took out of myself 2 year focus doing this business, and right now I gain all the freedom and financially and about time wise, and I feel like it's worth it. It's really worth it. Like instead of us, I don't see myself working for someone else 30 year or 35 year. You know, so I really put myself in like to focus doing this business for 2 to 5 years and then get out of it or have a choice to work less. So I really think that I know you busy just like myself and thinking starting business, but this business built for busy mom because you really can fit the task in during your day, and you can literally make it work just like
Like
myself.
the work-life
Yeah.
balance, I see.
Yeah. And yeah, so it's really a life-changing business, and it's really worked for mom like me because you can take it anywhere and focus on it for 1 to 5 year, and yourself will thank you later. Like myself right now, like there's a lot of day I just shut out my visit and go to the park or take my son to vacation for half of the month, and I still have the income flowing in because I already do it the last 2 year, and now it's give me the foundation, and it's still gonna generate income when I'm not there. That's the vision you have to think for yourself. You can't just keep trading time for money. You can do that now because you're still young and you still have a lot of health and a lot of time, but imagine you can't do that forever. So you have to work smarter and build a system that still bring money in while you're gone. So that has to be the vision for you to consider. Yeah. So
Mhm.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much. David, you're there?
Yes.
Dorothy, are you adding something on that?
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, so people think that when you start a business, you just come and sit down and it just runs itself. It's not possible. Okay.
Yeah.
In everything that you do, you have to put in some work. But the best thing about an online business is that the work that you put in literally is the training. You know, you have to have the knowledge to be able to do the business. Okay, you have to be knowledgeable about that business to be able to do it well and to be successful. And you cannot be knowledgeable if you don't do the training or you're not, you're not coachable. And so there's that. It's called the learning curve
Right.
that everybody goes through when even when you're going to school. You cannot say that you're going to go to school and become a medical doctor without putting in the time. All right. And without putting in the time to study and to learn how to be a doctor. All right. It's the same way. You cannot come and even an online business, there's still a learning curve. It's not as hard as medical field or as hard as other field. This is super easy. The training is super, super easy. It's online, completely online. But like we say, there's a little bit of a learning curve in everything that you do, a little bit of some time that you have to put in, a little bit of some hard work at the beginning. And then when you lay that foundation, like our guest Trump said, then in a couple years, 1 to 2 years, then you will be reaping the fruits of your labor in a way that you have never seen before. So I'm so grateful that you share that, because sometimes people come in with so much expectation and yet they don't put in the time and the effort to be successful in this business. So yeah, that's a good point. And I'm so happy that you put it out there so that when somebody comes in, they know that, hey, there's a little bit of some learning curve and it's something that everybody needs to know. It will happen in every single situation that you put yourself in. Even to become a mom, when you're a first time mom, it's hard. But when you get the second baby, you already know what the hell is, how to do everything else, The third one, the fourth one, you're a pro. So
I
that
know.
learning curve is there for every single thing that you do. Anything, in life, there's nothing that will be handed to you in a silver plate. There's some hard work in any success. If you want to be successful in anything, you have to put in a little bit of time. But we are grateful that our training is completely online, simple, and we have a coach and a mentor to guide you through this process. So it makes it easy, and we have an automated system that even makes our lives even easier. So it's super, super doable. And if other people are doing it, you can do it also. Even if people don't have education, like David said, you don't need any education. You just need you to come here the way you are and commit yourself to a little bit of a learning curve at the beginning. Yeah.
Dorothy,
Thank
for
you.
instance, Dorothy, let me point this out as well.
Yeah.
And you can attest to this. Of the people that I know, the people that I've come to know in our community, 100% of the people that come out online and do some kind of a talk show or podcast, or they were not social media people at all. You'll never find them anywhere. And a lot of them had a Facebook page with 2 posts, you know, 2 posts. But when they chose to do something online, and they were taught that, hey, you have to leverage digital technologies, okay? They embraced the business, but with so much skepticism and fear for being online. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, I'm not a people person. How am I gonna? Am I expected to talk to people like the way we're talking? Yeah. And they're like, no, you don't have to. You don't have to. But over time, because of the training and you seeing other people doing it, your coaches, your mentors, they're always in your face to help you. You're on Zoom meetings with all the time, back and forth, as they try to help you. So you get used being on these platforms, and eventually you find it easy to say something, and that's how people have started.
Mhm.
And it's not rocket science. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just about having the love for what you're doing and being present for it. Being present means giving it as much thought and presence as you can, and that's it. The rest is history, because you do it once, twice, then you become a pro. Like Dorothy said, you become a pro at it without even realizing. Yeah.
Wow.
So
All
that's
right.
thank
I'm not
you.
gonna add on that, by the way, because of time and our guest, but I just loved Dorothy's sample. If you're a mother, it's your first time, the breastfeeding, phase. So, but the rest, you're gonna be an expert, right? All right. So, um, I think before we close, let's have this as our last one from our guests. Where do you see yourself in the next 1 to 2 years, yourself and in your business from now?
Thank you. So like I said, I already get to the point where I can earn a little bit of passive income now. And I think in 1 or 2 years it will be more, and which mean I will have more time for my family and myself, and I can do more like give back to our community, because I really the community is where nurture me the last 2.5 year. And just like how you grow up and you want to take care of your parents, right? What, because when you was little, they already take care of you. So just like that, I want to get back to the community, because they took care of me, nurture me when I was still so new and know nothing about digital business. And now I be confident, become a coach, and get the result and the amazing business myself. So I want to get back to the community more. So that's what I see myself in the next 1 or 2 years. And yeah, it's really exciting and it's really rewarding for look back into the journey. And it's a blessing to be able to find this community, this business, because it's really my passion and the love that I put in here. It's really, really thankful for everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing with us, and thank you for for us to have you here and to accept our request. So, hey, my panelists, do you have anything for our guests before we close?
Thank you, Tram, for showing up. Greetings to all the people in Michigan. I miss Detroit City. Oh man, good memories. We've been so blessed that you joined us tonight and you've shared your journey with us. And I hope that the people that are watching us here or that are yet to watch the replay have something to take with this, because it's special story. Every story is different. Yours was special in its way as well. And I hope whoever watches it picks the courage to move on, because somewhere in between you mentioned some key challenges that a lot of people that we've spoken to kind of never hit. But you mentioned something. I was like, oh, a lot of people come on the online platforms and say this is a scam, but for you to go back and look at, analyze and see where the value actually is, and be able to say, hey, you know what, if this business has been here for years and nobody has come out to say that I was scammed like this, then surely they must be doing something right, or there must be something in it. Now, the fact that you were able to go back, circle back, and do that, analysis and see where it actually made sense, and you came back, should tell you something. So thank you for sharing your journey, and we hope we can have you here again sometime in the future.
Thank you so much, Guy, for having me here today. And thank you again for watching this video. And I hope there's a little inspiration going around there, and hopefully to see you guys in our community if you're thinking starting your online business with us.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Dorothy, you're saying something?
No, I say thank you so much, Tram. Thank you so much for sharing. It was really even helpful to all of us and to all our viewers, our followers, so they can see that it's not that it's smooth, but just staying on course and keeping your head up and keep going, being consistent, then you see the results. So thank you so much for sharing your story and your journey with us. We are so grateful.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody, and see you next week on Sunday.
Bye-bye.
Join us every Sunday for an episode of the Digital Business Forum
at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT.
This forum will feature successful, experienced digital business owners with inspiring information to help you make that informed decision about starting your own digital business. By starting your own online business, you will have more free time to take control of your life, create generational wealth, retire early, and make money from anywhere in the world with just your laptop, phone, and internet. If this resonates with you, don't miss this Sunday. Digital Business Forum. Be informed, be inspired.